Is this thing on? Okay, it's on. Let me try to get this video in before I lose the light. Okay. A natural light. We love it. We live for it, but you gotta work fast, okay? Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Devin Too Woke. My name is Devin, and today we are going to be introducing a new segment on my channel called Too Woke Wednesdays. So I dialed back on the pop culture on my podcast, the Devin Hour podcast. Everybody go check it out, links below. And I really wanted to find a way to incorporate addressing things that are going on in pop culture on one of my platforms. So I decided to do this on YouTube, and so I'm very excited to start this new series on this YouTube channel. As you could tell, what's different in comparison to my other videos is that I have a microphone, and this is the microphone I use for my podcast, and I decided to incorporate it with like my YouTube channel or with my YouTube videos because I just really wanted you to hear my voice. I didn't want you to catch all of the nonsense that's going on outside of my house or this fat ass fan that's right next to me. So I really hope this works out. I really hope editing goes smoothly. Without any further ado, let's get into Too Woke Wednesdays. But first, I need a bottle of water. My throat is dry. I tried to serve you some ASMR, but I almost choked. So the first topic we are going to address is Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion, and that whole entire situation. So if you have been living under a rock, let me just break it down for you really quick. So a little background on this situation. Megan Thee Stallion was on Instagram Live with Tory Lanez and Kylie Jenner, and they were in the pool having a good old time.
We had to come kill the streets. Sorry, don't get my phone wet.
And everybody was like, Megan, why are you associating yourself with Kylie Jenner? Me, myself, I was also questioning why she was associating herself with Tory Lanez as well. But, you know, we'll get to that. We will get to that. Everybody was criticizing Megan like, why are you with Kylie Jenner? You know Kylie Jenner is a cultural appropriator. Why are you associating yourself with them? You already know how the Kardashians treat black women. Then the next day we find out that Tory Lanez was arrested for gun possession in his car and that Megan was in a car with him. So we were like, Megan, you see, you need to watch out. You need to be careful as to who you're hanging around. And then the next day we find out that Megan was shot herself. And we were just like, what? Who shot Megan? Why was Megan shot? What is going on? And now everybody's saying that it was Tory Lanez. It has yet to be confirmed or denied that it was Tory Lanez. But I think everybody has already come to the conclusion that it was Tory, and he's the one to blame for Megan being shot. So the other day, Megan was on Instagram Live after being gone for a while, you know, because she had to go to the hospital and, you know, recover. And I'm also assuming that she needed to take some time out for herself. And she's talking about the situation. She didn't say who shot her, and she really didn't go into detail about the situation or what happened that night. But what she did say was that the rumors aren't true. She didn't put her hands on anybody because I think it was insinuated on another podcast. I forgot what podcast it is. It's the host of that is this white man who does hip hop. I do not know his name.
Megan and Tory have been fucking. They've been chilling. They go to this house party. Kylie Jenner is there. I heard, depending on who you want to ask, that either Tory was showing too much attention to Kylie Jenner or Kylie Jenner was showing too much attention to Tory. Either way, Meg did not appreciate it. Meg, maybe at this point in her career, has a little bit of an ego. She's feeling herself. She doesn't feel like she has to deal with any disrespect. I heard that Meg was violating his ass, that they got into a fight that was like bad, and I heard that she was like really shitting on him, like really like
I could see her
disrespecting the fuck. Obviously, this doesn't justify anything.
No, none of that. None of that.
But that's what I heard, is that it was bad. Like the altercation that they were in, and like the level of violation that he maybe was feeling. Obviously not a reason for any violence to occur, never mind a gunshot.
So she denied those rumors, and then she also started to talk about people who are closest to you could do you dirty. And then she also started talking about her mother and how she lost her mom at such a young age. And it was so sad to see Megan in this place where she feels as though she can't really trust a lot of people, and it's obvious that she still hasn't like really fully recovered from the death of a parent, because to be honest, you really can't ever fully recover from something like that. And I really do feel sorry for her. And I don't know why all these bad things keep happening to Megan, because I think Megan is genuinely a really decent human being. She's super duper talented. She's unproblematic. She don't say nothing to nobody. But it just seems like throughout 2020, it's just been back to back to back with Megan. And I really do feel bad for her. And I really hope that her mental state is in the right place, because she doesn't deserve all the shit that she's been getting recently from her record label, from the situation with Tory. Also, another thing that she confirmed was that she was shot in both of her feet. And it's obvious that that situation really took a toll on her. And what was really disappointing was the negative comments that Megan was getting from Twitter. It really sucked to see a lot of men just go off of Megan and saying that she's really not about that life, how she's talking about this lifestyle in her music, but not really living it. Like, I think people just talk so much shit, and it's ridiculous. And one person who really talked a lot of shit in particular, who I really don't like, is Draya Michelle. If you don't know who Draya Michelle is, she is from Basketball Wives. She was on this podcast. Don't ask me what the podcast is. Matter of fact, take a look for yourself.
I predict that they had some sort of Bobby and Whitney love that, drove them down this Snapped-esque type of road. And I'm here for it. I like that. I want you to like me so much you shoot me in the foot too. Like,
but as long
what the whoa?
Wait, no, that is very Draya-like.
Drop a grenade. What the? You what?
I want you to like me so much that if I'm trying to get out the car and you're like, no, sit your fucking ass in the car. And I'm like, no, nigga, I'm fucking getting out the car. No, you're not.
He shoots you. I'll take it.
So I don't know what possessed Draya to make a joke out of this situation, because it's obviously not funny. It is something that Megan is traumatized by. So I don't understand why you would make that type of a joke. It just wasn't funny. And those niggas in the room, obviously I didn't hear the full podcast because I was not wasting my time. But I feel like as soon as she said some shit like that out of her mouth, they should have clocked her right then and there. They should have read her for that. That's not okay. Like, Draya's been whack though. This isn't the first time Draya has been called out for being whack. But she's been whack. She's been unfunny. Twitter was dragging the hell out of Draya, okay? Even Megan tweeted something saying, "Dumb bitch, that shit ain't fucking funny. Who the fuck jokes about getting shot by a nigga?" Questions that need answers. Who jokes about that? Because that's not funny. Apparently, Draya was also dropped from her Fenty Beauty endorsement. Good. And the men in that podcast that was just sitting there just laughing with her, they deserve all the heat too, because they should have read her. They shouldn't have laughed with her and kikied with her. Okay, so the Chainsmokers, ooh. I don't know why I said that, and then suddenly I gotta chill. The Chainsmokers recently did a drive-in concert. I think it was in Long Island, the Hamptons, and it was packed. I don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't. There was so many people there, and here goes the DJ like documenting it as if this is something that he should be proud about. But I'm just like, first off, what urged you to have a drive-in concert? That doesn't make any sense. I just want to know what was going through these people's heads when they were thinking about going to this concert. Like, if there's an artist, first off, I'm not risking my life for any of these artists. But if there was to be an artist to risk my life for, the Chainsmokers is not on that list. And it was a drive-in concert, but There's not a car in sight. I don't see not one car. It's just mad heads out there. And of course, you know, when it's a big gathering like that, it's hard to put the social distancing rules in effect. Like, you can't really social distance in a capacity like that. And I don't know who was regulating this drive-in concert, but they obviously should be fired, revoked, whatever, fined, jailed, because the complete disregard for people's health in order to get entertainment is ridiculous. The Chainsmokers couldn't just do an Instagram DJ set like everybody else has been doing. Anyways, next topic. I can't believe anybody would really like go to a Chainsmoker concert during a pandemic. I would never waste my damn time doing that. So Doja Cat recently revealed that she caught the coronavirus. And this is so... I don't want to say this is funny, because anybody catching a virus is not funny. It's a serious virus. A lot of people have died from it. A lot of people have caught it. A lot of people are going to be suffering future health problems from it. So it is not a funny situation. But what I find ironic is the fact that Doja Cat was the same person who was out here saying like, oh, the coronavirus. I think this was like a couple months back too. Doja Cat was on Instagram saying like the coronavirus is just the flu. Like, she was really like downplaying the coronavirus just for her to be somebody to catch it. So that's karma. What comes around goes around, Doja. Let me just say that Doja Cat has had one of the biggest rises and falls of 2020, right next to Tory Lanez. Doja Cat really went from somebody who I enjoyed their music. I really did like the first album, but that second album, Hot Pink, was not it. And around that time, I really wasn't feeling her, because I found out that she was signed under Dr. Luke and that she has made some previous homophobic comments using the F word. So by the time Say So dropped, she was already done in my book. But seeing this trajectory of somebody to go to #1 with this big hit single, just for her now to... or for her to receive so much backlash on social media, for rightfully so though, for a lot of the shit that she's done, it's just very interesting. One day you're up and the next day you are really down. So she's still canceled to me, so it is what it is. So our final topic for this 2 Woke Wednesday is this big discussion surrounding Chris Brown and Usher and who would win in a versus battle. See, I feel like there has been so much Usher disrespect throughout 2020, and I don't get it. Usher is really a legend to me, because he has had some of the biggest hits of my generation. He has had some of the biggest albums of my generation. He could still sing his ass off. He could still dance his ass off. Usher is so talented, and he really paved the way for a lot of these R&B and R&B adjacent artists out here. I don't understand where all this disrespect of Usher is coming from, and I find the biggest disrespect is for people to even think that Chris Brown could hold a candle to Usher's discography. First off, I don't even want to encourage a conversation involving Chris Brown, because I don't like Chris Brown. Okay, Chris Brown, you could do your own Googles. I guess you could already assume why I don't like this man, but we're not going to get into that. That's a whole nother video. That is a whole nother video. Let me know in the comments below if you really want to see a video of me going in on Chris Brown, because I really do not like that man. Usher's discography is it's just so good. I haven't heard an Usher album that I did not like. I lied. I lied. Chris Brown's discography is not holding a candle to Usher's discography. Usher has some of the best songs ever. If we're going hit for hits, Usher wins. If we're going B-side to B-sides, Usher wins. So Usher just takes the cake here. If there's going to be any versus battles that involve Usher, it will only be against Beyonce. Usher and Beyonce came into the industry around the same time, and they had hits around the same times, hit albums, Grammy wins, all around the same time. and they're both strong performers, strong vocalists. So if there's going to be any versus battle, it's got to be Beyonce versus Usher, because to me, Usher's the standard for these pop R&B artists in today's world, just like how Beyonce is the standard for damn near all these artists in today's world, okay? So we are just going to just take the two standards, and I want to see them battle it out. And I want to see 8 counts, I want to hear bops, and I want to hear album cuts from both. I'm only encouraging Usher being in a versus battle if it's Beyonce, and that's that. I stand by that. I also saw somebody say that Fine China was a song up for discussion. Fine China is one of Chris Brown's worst songs. Granted, I haven't heard a song from Chris Brown since the X album, so I really don't know if there has been any better. That says it all right there. So Usher is the winner. Okay, that's it. Point blank period. So with that being said, that is the end of the first Two Woke Wednesday. So I really hope you guys enjoy this Two Woke Wednesdays. I am very excited about this series, and I just can't wait to just release more of these. This was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I hope the audio wasn't too bad. I hope you could hear me clearly and don't hear all the shit that is surrounding me currently. So yeah, I really like this. I need to figure out a way how to like hide this. How to hide the maybe I could have just done this the whole entire time, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll work the kinks out, and we'll get it together by next week, hopefully. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in to this video. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I really want to hear your thoughts on some of the topics that I talked about today. Also, make sure that you follow my Instagram and Twitter at Devin2Oak, and make sure that you check out my podcast, the Devin Hour Podcast, on all streaming platforms. So thank you for tuning in to Two Woke Wednesdays, and I will catch y'all next week. Stay woke and stay cool, because it is hot as hell